English version, live from the studios of Igbo Basics in Elizabeth, New Jersey. We are welcoming our dear brother, Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze, a medical doctor from the state of California. A great Igbo leader. He has been in the forefront of the fight to make sure that the Igbos and the African American Igbos are able to know more about what it means to be Igbo, about what it means to be an African, who know their heritage, who know their root. So, Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze, you are welcome to Elizabeth, New Jersey, and we would like for you to speak to our broad audience worldwide. Just let us know where do you go from there?
I'm Dr. Nwachukwu Anakwenze, the chairman of Igbo World Assembly, and the umbrella organization that covers the Igbos in 25 countries, and we relate and respect Ohaneze Igbo as the spokespeople for Igbo worldwide. And I'm here in Los Angeles. I'm based in Los Angeles. I'm visiting New Jersey today because our governor is here. The Anambra people were invited, and we were meeting with the governor, planning on how to do things to help our people back home in terms of education, healthcare, and broader infrastructure and job and employment creation. So the leaders, the president came from everywhere, and we met with the governor. We came up with a good action plan, and it's going back with it to help our people. I'm overall involved in the various strategies and direction of Igbo worldwide. We're involved politically in what's going on in our place, making sure our people are well represented, and we want our leaders to do their job and accountable to our people. When they go to Abuja, we don't want them going there for themselves. We want them going there to serve Igbo and serve our interests. When they're there, we want them to make sure they get our share of what belongs to us. You know, not just going over there to serve other people. We're not trying to take from other people, but we don't want anybody to take from us either. You know, President Jonathan has been doing a good job. We put him there. We voted for him. We expect him to make sure that he gets our share for Igbo, in terms of appointments, positions, industries, infrastructure development, like the airport in Enugu, which we say we want international. He's doing it. We want that activated, and one airline going there. And the seaport in Onitsha, which is almost ready to go. The second Niger bridge, which the contract is already executed. We want the building to be going on as fast as possible. We want our leaders, representatives, to work well and hard and represent us and make sure they're delivering the goods for our people. We want the various parts of Igbo land to have something they specialize in, like Ebonyi people specialize in agriculture, make sure that we are self-sufficient in food. It shouldn't come to the point anymore where we have to say something happened and we can't feed ourselves. We are suffering from passion. We have enough Igbo land area that can produce the food. That's what they need to do. Places like Enugu, airport is coming. They can specialize in hospitality, and I heard they are good in movies, things like that, and you know, hospitality and that. And we want people to spend their time and money in our Igbo area so that employment and job can be created for the youth. We have big emphasis on the youth, helping them know who they are, having skill acquisition and development, making sure they're getting well educated. Igbo people always went to school. But if your education doesn't give you a job, we want you to have a skill that will give you a job so you can feed yourself and your family. The various strategic Igbo areas like Aba, the Abia people and the government should give focus to Aba and develop it as a major city, major entrepreneurial town where things are made and sold like it used to be. Surrounded by Akwa Ibom State that have a lot of oil money, and Port rivers, and Bayelsa. There's a lot of oil revenues, delta around it. Manufacturing and selling to them will be a great thing. And all the revenue from all that derivation will go to Aba, and it will give job to the people. That's what we want them to do. We want them to learn how to work with all these other neighbors and have good neighborly relationship. All that clannish, internal discrimination between Aba, Bende, and Umuahia, we want it to stop. It's not in our interest. Also, in different parts of Igbo land. We want people to work together and basically try to make life better for our people, have better health care, better education. And we don't want to be competing with Nigeria at their level. We want to try to compete with America and Europe, having best health care, having best education. We want our youth to know each other so they can marry each other. We want to work with African Americans to help them, and they help us. And we as the head of the Igbo village in America, the Igbo village is part of the Museum of Frontiers Museum of Virginia, where you have the original founders of America, the English, Irish, German, and Igbo representing West Africa. Those are the original founders of America. Igbo were the majority of the group that came. And a lot of people, we have our annual event in Virginia where African Americans who have tested for Igbo, DNA tested, we give them Igbo name. They want to maintain their heritage and their identity. We work with all those people to help them, to regain their confidence. Slavery is not a good thing. We will help you raise them. We take some home and we come here and perform ceremonies with our king. So we will help our African Americans, and African Americans will help us. We have to work symbiotically like brothers and sisters.
As an Igbo leader who cuts across both in America and in Igbo land, do you have any message for our neighboring states like far back as Benue, Rivers, Delta, etc., etc., across Nigeria? What is your vision to what where Nigeria is headed?
And from the standpoint of us as Igbo, we have to work closely with our immediate neighbors who are our relatives. The South people are our brothers and sisters, and people in Benue, North Central. We have the same cultural affinity. North Central, South, and Southeast, we are the same people. We need to work together economically, politically, and all the other areas. We are all basically the same culture, the same type of people, the same type of Christianity. So I want my people to work closely with South, and that's how, and North Central, that's how we can achieve our long-term political goals, by working in coalition as a team. People with self-interest, self-alliance, working together, helping each other. That's the solution to our problem in Nigeria. We also want long-term good relationship with our Southwest people, brothers, and the rest of the Northern, Northeast, and Northwest. We want good relationship with them. We need the Boko Haram to stop killing Igbos and Christians in the North. We want Northern leaders to come out and stop being afraid and speak out against evil. Evil is evil. No God tells anybody to go and murder somebody else. No God doesn't ask you to go and kill somebody else for himself. So evil is evil. The murdering and the killing and the genocide must stop. And we want the Northern leaders to stand up against that. We want the federal government to take all actions they can to restore stability and protect lives and avoid genocide.
Well, thank you so very much for your insight and for everything you've